Yes, central government health scheme we are going to discuss today. Its beneficiaries, around 47 lakhs, are feeling hassled, left out, as if the government is orphaning them. Good morning. Today we are going to take up the central government health scheme, which has been in operation for almost over 6 decades, looking after the health requirements of government employees, pensioners, and their dependents. Today, in the Choti Choti Si Baat program of the media map, I am going to talk about the CGHS. I personally also is the is a beneficiary of the CGHS scheme. How? You will wonder. I am an accredited journalist with the government of India. Way back in 80s, and as you know, the journalists don't have those kinds of social securities as other sectors had. There was no pension, there was no health insurance at that point of time. And some journalist organizations approached the then Congress government led by Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, who said you will have to make a token contribution and you will get the benefits of CGHS. Since then, many of my colleagues and their dependents are taking benefits of CGHS scheme. Now, what is important is that the government employees and rest of them who are the CGHS beneficiaries, around 47 lakh, 16 lakhs around cardholders, and their dependents make 47 lakhs. Now, the scheme was launched in the mid 50s with the objective of taking care of the health requirements of the government employees. Now, the government, successive governments, and particularly the Modi government, which has been in power since 2014, has been actively trying to, you know, cut down on expenses of the government, which the ministers and the prime minister himself often says that expenses of the government must be reduced. They talk of fiscal deficit and all that and all that. Anyway, what was a scheme where people used to go to the different dispensaries? There are 82 cities. There are wellness centers, they are called. Doctors sit there and they consult. The patients consult the doctors. They prescribe medicines, and the dispensaries attached to wellness centers give you give the patient medicines. That is how it's been happening. Now, in 2014, Prime Minister Modi, in a very noble thought, said that instead of branded medicines, the beneficiaries of the CGHS scheme should be given generic drugs. The objective was to reduce the cost of medicines. Very laudable objective indeed. But then I doubt if he ever thought the problems that it will create for the beneficiaries, for the patients. Now, while I am picking up this issue to talk to you is a letter which has been written by CGHS Beneficiaries Welfare Association of India, which is an all India registered body, a welfare association representing a large number of CGHS beneficiaries, including senior pensioners and retired officers from central services like IS, IPS, IFS, IRS, etc. Now, this letter, which was sent on the 22nd of April to the Health Secretary of India, raised a very serious issue. The subject of the letter itself reveals what I am going to talk to you. The letter takes strong objection to the forceful implementation of untested generic drugs through HIMS and CGHS. Now, untested generic drugs. This is the operative word. Can you imagine what kind of consequences it can have on the patients? No, I don't think that the government of the day is even aware of it. Another problem which goes along with it and see that medicines, while branded medicines are of a different shape, of a different, of a similar shape, similar color, similar size, the generic medicines come in different shapes, different sizes. Now, for elderly persons, particularly the pensioners, the senior citizens, it's a huge, huge problem in identifying every day which medicine to be taken. The funniest part is the CGS dispensaries dispense these generic drugs every time that you go to take a medicine from a different producer, from a different drug manufacturing company, which give different shapes, different sizes. It becomes difficult to identify and creating hodgepodge, huge hodgepodge. Now, another problem which is of recent origin, there has been computerization of the CGHS scheme, and the computers were directed and controlled and served by NIS. This financial year, the government decided to give this contract to CTEC. Now, CTEC computers obviously had to be refashioned, were not of the similar prowess, similar boosting capacity. What happens that the operating terminals, which are operated by the reception at the reception, by individual doctors, by dispensing medicine counter, they all became slow. As a result, there were huge, huge lines. There were delays in giving the what you call indented medicines. Earlier, the indented medicines were given in 2 to 3 days time, working day time. Now It has been taking 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, and repeated visits to the dispensary. These are the real problems which are the government employees which have served the nation, which have served several governments, have given their best, are being treated with. I wonder really how governments can turn their back on their employees, on the former employees. But it is happening. It's a sad, sad commentary on powers that be, which come to power promising so many things, but the existing things are demolished or are reduced or forgotten. That is all I have to tell you on CGHS. Please subscribe to my program. Please share to it if you agree with it. Comment if you like and share with your friends. Thank you so much.